What is going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday. Whenever you are watching this live, go ahead and smash that like button for me. And most importantly, go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me as well. Sorry about being a few minutes late. I've been trying literally my hardest for the last couple minutes of getting the stream up and running. I've literally had issues after issues after issues this day, man. This month literally has not been my month, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I said this month was going to be the best month, and honestly it has not been the best month so far. I've been having issues after issues, it's just like a lot of BS. I'm kind of done and over with this month already, to be honest. But go ahead and support the channel by smashing that like button for me. Go ahead and comment down below if the music is a little too loud. So make sure to go ahead and support the channel by using my MEXC link down below, all the way up to 9,100 in sign-up bonuses. And I actually am trading Shiba Inu right now live. Still holding on to my trade. Ended up adding up a little bit more onto my position yesterday. And you could actually go ahead and see this right here. So we're currently up right now at $66 in profit. I had a couple fun trades yesterday. Did have some fun yesterday, and I lost some money as well. But luckily, we are almost at break even, back to our account we were at prior as yesterday. So, we're up and running. We're gonna run this thing up. I think Shiba Inu is going to pump heavily. So let me go ahead and see the. Let's go ahead and put some non-copyright music because we don't want to go ahead and get copyrighted, right? So we're going to go put some of that. Then we're going to go ahead and switch over to some Fed meeting. I apologize for not being organized, man. That's me all the time, to be honest. But despite the fact too that I've had so many issues with everything right now, YouTube, everything, whatever the case is, just go ahead and watch it. Let me go ahead and put the music down. They're not gonna do shit. Dude, I can't hear anything. What the heck?
Isn't it true that base effects are huge?
Yeah, audio's trash on that one. Let's see. What about this one?
Like CPI, the jobs report, impact your approach in upcoming meetings if we were to have a government shutdown. Thank you.
Yeah, I missed the first question. What was the what factors?
The base factors.
Base factors. Okay. So on that, we're looking at just monthly, right? You can look at just monthly readings and see what the increase was from the prior month. So you're right. When you go back 3, 6, and 12 months, you get base factors, but we can adjust for that. In terms of not getting data, again, we don't comment on government shutdowns. It's possible if there is a government shutdown and it lasts through the next meeting, then it's possible we wouldn't be getting some of the data that we would ordinarily get, and we would just have to deal with that. And I don't know. It's hard for me to say in advance how that would affect that meeting. It would depend on all kinds of factors that I don't know about now, but it's certainly a reality that's a possibility.
But would you feel more comfortable on the base effects that as those kind of fall out of the equation for the next couple of readings by November, would you feel more comfortable at that point?
Yes. I mean, if you're looking, if we can tell how much inflation has gone up in a given month, right? And that's what we're looking at. And month by month, what's the reading? And I think what we're really looking at is there's a tendency to look at shorter and shorter maturities, but they're incredibly volatile and they can be misleading. That's why we look at 12-month. But I think in this situation where it looks like we've had a bit of a turn in inflation starting in June, we're also looking at 6 months and even 3 months, but really 6 months inflation. So you're looking at it over that period and over longer periods. That's the right way to go. And we don't need to be in a hurry in getting to a conclusion about what to do. We can let the data evolve.
Thanks for the question, Chair Powell. Edward Lawrence with Fox Business. So I want to focus back in on oil prices. We're seeing oil prices, as you mentioned, move up, and that's pushing the price of gas. So how does that factor into your decision to raise rates or not? Because the last two inflation reports, PCE and CPI, we've seen the overall inflation has actually risen.
Right. So, energy prices are very important for the consumer. This can affect consumer spending. It certainly can affect consumer sentiment. I mean, gas prices are one of the big things that affects consumer sentiment. It really comes down to how persistent, how sustained these energy prices are. The reason why we look at core inflation, which excludes food and energy, is that energy goes up and down like that, and it doesn't. Energy prices mostly don't contain much of a signal about how tight the economy is, and hence don't tell you much about where inflation's really going. However, we're well aware, though, that if energy prices increase and stay high, that'll have an effect on spending, and it may have an effect on consumer expectations of inflation and things like that. That's just things we have to monitor. So.
On the consumer, they're putting more and more of this on their credit card. The consumer seeing record credit spending. How long do you think the consumer can manage that debt at higher interest rates now? And are you concerned about a debt bubble related to that?
So to finish my prior thought, I was saying that's why we tend to look through energy moves that we can see as short-term volatility. Turning to consumer credit, of course we watch that carefully. Consumer distress, measures of distress among consumers were at historic lows quite recently. During and after the pandemic, they're now moving back up to normal. We're watching that carefully, but at this point, these readings are not at troublingly high levels. They're just kind of moving back up to what was typical in the pre-pandemic era.
Jean.
Hi, Jean Young with M&I Market News. Yields along the Treasury curve have risen to their highest in years. What is the Fed's view about what's been driving that increase in recent weeks, and how much of it can be attributed to macro explanations and how much to technical factors? Thank you.
So you're right. Rates have moved up significantly. I think it's always hard to say precisely, but most people do a common decomposition of the increase, and the view will be it's not mostly about inflation expectations. It's mostly about other things, either term premium or real yields, and it's hard to be precise about this. Of course, everyone's got models that will give you a very precise answer, but they give you different answers. So, but essentially, they're moving up because it's not because of inflation. It's because it'll probably have something to do with stronger growth. I would say more supply of treasuries. The common explanations that you hear in the markets kind of make sense.
Kyle Campbell, American Banker. Thank you for taking the questions. Just two on housing. You said slower shelter cost growth is in the pipeline and will reflect in inflation readings as new leases are signed. But there's also some questions out there about the way housing costs are measured, particularly the use of rental equivalents, which are estimates from homeowners about what their homes would rent for if they were in the rental market. So my question is, how much of the effort to tame inflation, both as it's measured and felt by the broader public, hinges on housing supply? And then as far as a constrained housing supply being sort of exacerbated by this sort of lock-in effect of mortgages being higher now than they were at their recent historic lows, how is that going to impact future thinking about taking interest rates to that lower bound in the future?
So on the supply point, of course, supply is very important over time in setting house prices and for that matter, rents. And supply is kind of structurally constrained. But in terms of where inflation's going in the near term, though, as you obviously know, a lot of it is leases that are running off and then being re-signed or released at a level that's it won't be that much higher. A year ago it would have been much higher than it was a year before. Now it may be below or at the same level. So as those leases are rolling over, we're seeing what we expect, which is measured housing services inflation coming down. Your second question was the lock-ins. How much is that affecting things, really?
Is that going to affect your decisions to potentially bring rates down to their lower bound in the future, sort of creating that sort of bubble of buying and then a lock-in that sort of stagnates the housing market?
I think we look at I would look at the lock-in, the idea being that people are in very low rate mortgages, and even if they want to move now, it would be hard because the new mortgage would be so expensive. And that's explaining that's one of the explanations for what's happening broadly in the labor market. Would that play a role in our future decisions in a future loosening cycle about whether we would cut rates? No, I don't think it would. I mean, I don't think that's. I think we'd be looking at what fundamentally what rates does the economy need, and in an emergency like the pandemic or during the global financial crisis, you have to cut rates to the point that you have to do what you can to support the economy. So I wouldn't think that would be a reason for us not to do that. It's not something we're thinking about at all right now, but down the road I wouldn't think so.
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy Marshall-Genzer with Marketplace. Chair Powell, you've mentioned several things that would possibly weigh on consumer confidence, maybe cut back consumer spending, possible government shutdown, high gas prices. At this point, would the Fed welcome a decrease in consumer spending? Would that help you get inflation closer to your 2% target?
I wouldn't say it that way. We're not looking for a decrease in consumer spending. It's a good thing that the economy is strong. It's a good thing that the economy has been able to hold up under the tightening that we've done. It's a good thing that the labor market's strong. The only concern, and it just means this: if the economy comes in stronger than expected, that just means we'll have to do more in terms of monetary policy to get back to 2%, because we will get back to 2%. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, and I guess on the other hand, would you worry that that could contribute to an economic slowdown or even a recession?
Well, that's always a concern. Concern number one is restoring price stability, because in the long run, that's something we have to do so that we can have the kind of economy we really want, which is one with sustained period of tight labor market conditions that benefit all, as I've said a couple times. So. That said, of course, we also now, given how far we've come with our rate hikes and how quickly we've come here, we do have the ability to be careful as we move forward because of that consideration.
Simon.
Thank you, Chair Powell. Simon Rabinovich with The Economist. One of the factors in the economic resilience to date appears to be a lesser degree of.
It just means this: if the economy comes in stronger than expected.
Here, what is your thinking about the efficacy of rates and how that's changed? And then related to that, how do you think about the distributional consequences, in the sense that if you're a relatively wealthy household with a long fixed rate mortgage, the past year has not been all that tough with rates going up, whereas if you're relying on your credit card for supporting your consumption, in fact, times are getting a lot tougher, a lot more quickly. Thanks.
So I guess it's fair to say that the economy's been stronger than many expected, given what's been happening with interest rates. Why is that? Many candidate explanations. Possibly a number of them make sense. One is just that household balance sheets and business balance sheets have been stronger than we had understood, and so that spending is held up and that kind of thing. We're not sure about that. The savings rate for consumers has come down a lot. The question is whether that's sustainable. It could just mean that the date of effect is later. It could also be that for other reasons, the neutral rate of interest is higher for various reasons. We don't know that. It could also just be that policy hasn't been restrictive enough for long enough. And there are many candidate explanations. We have to, in all this uncertainty, make policy. And I feel like what we have right now is what's still a very strong labor market, but that's coming back into balance. We were making progress on inflation. Growth is strong. But I think by many forecasts, many forecasts call for growth to moderate over the course of the next year. So that's where we are, and we have to deal with what comes. On your second question, your second question was distributional, but can you be a little clearer about that?
Yeah, my point there was that if you're somebody who has a long fixed rate mortgage, you've been able to endure the higher rates relatively easily. If you're somebody who's living month to month off of your credit card, current financing rates are punitive.
Yes, and so the point I would make there is that we're trying to get inflation back down. The people who are most hurt by inflation are the people who are on a fixed income. If you're a person who spends all of your income, you don't really have any meaningful savings. You spend all your income on the basics of life: clothing, food, transportation, heating, the basics. And prices go up by 5, 6, 7%. You're in trouble right away. Whereas even middle class people have some savings and some ability to absorb that. So it is for those people, as much as for anybody, that we need to restore price stability. And we want to do it as quickly as possible. Obviously, we would like to do that. We'd like the current trend to continue, which is that we're making progress without seeing the kind of increase in unemployment that we've seen in past things. But you're right, though. When we raise rates, people who are living on credit cards and borrowing are going to feel that more. They are. And of course, people with lots of savings also have a much lower marginal propensity to consume, and so it's not going to affect them as much.
Let's go to Greg Robb for the last question.
Thank you, Chair Powell. Greg Robb from MarketWatch. In the Beige Book recently, you can tell that the Fed has been surveying nonprofits and community groups about the economic health of low-income Americans, moderate-income Americans. I have two questions about this. Are you going to use that data to maybe come up with sort of like a quarterly survey of those groups, like the Senior Loan Officer Survey? And and also the second question is, from your recent readings of these surveys, how are low and moderate Americans doing? Is there this thing where like the GDP is strong because of wealthy Americans kind of driving things? And just want to get your sense of the health of that sector. Thank you.
So I don't know about the quarterly survey. That's an idea we can take away and think about. In terms of how low and moderate Americans, they're clearly were suffering from high inflation. I think during the pandemic, the government transfers that happened were very meaningful. And if the surveys that we take showed that low and moderate income people were actually in very, very strong financial condition. I think now it's a very hot labor market, and you're seeing high nominal wages. And you're starting to see.
Do you really believe half this shit this guy's saying? He's really talking about, that we're in a strong market, the economy's really good, jobs are really well. Like, really, this is a total shit show. Like, who would really believe what is coming out of his mouth? Like, it's freaking hilarious at this point. Honestly, at this point, I just watch the Fed meeting just for an entertainment and just a good laugh, because literally it's all full of BS. Like, we all know what is going on. Everybody that has, awareness of the market understands what is going on overall. And this guy is just delusional. Obviously, it's being done on purpose, but it's a joke. It's a joke.
Wages, which is a good thing. Thanks very much.
Jay Powell, they are chair of the central bank that underpins, of course, the world's largest economy. I guess trying to do here on the tail end of this rate tightening cycle what he tried to do at the onset more than 18 months ago, and that is to guide market expectations to the same path that the Fed wants to trod. Our special coverage of the Fed Decides here on Bloomberg continues right now on the close as team surveillance right now passes the baton along to Scarlett Fu, along to Katie Greifeld, and along to myself, Romaine Bostick, as we take you to the closing bell and beyond. Guys, 13 FOMC meetings we've had, of course, going back to March of last year. 11 rate hikes coming out of those 13. We're back to pause, but Jay Powell wants you to believe that they're going to hike again this year.
Yeah, and it's made clear in the statement of economic projections, right, where they see one more rate hike this year. They also revised up GDP forecasts for this year while seeing lower inflation as well. What I found really interesting was Jay Powell's pushback that the SEP is not a plan. This is simply the median of all the individual forecasts that have been compiled, and he made clear that forecasts are highly uncertain. For anyone who's out there trying to craft a narrative based on all those projections, he's saying, you know what, this is hard work and this is the best that we can come up with
No
right
one
now.
would ever craft a narrative.
No. But
just-
it's a reminder that monetary policy is an art, not a science.
Well, let's go. Sure, some people believe that. You sound like an economist. But let's just go through real quickly some of those numbers that we did get out of those projections. Basically, you're leaving the benchmark rate where it is, but making it clear in that dot plot. 12 of the 19 officials right now favoring another rate hike for this year, and they're saying they're going to raise their projections for 2024 as well as 2025. A revision higher on GDP expectations for this year and next, and a revision lower for the unemployment rate, which I thought was interesting, not only for this year, but for the next 2 years out.
And you marry those numbers into what we heard from the man himself in the press conference. This moment really stuck out to me when asked if a
Was
soft
it when he pulled out
landing-
that iPad?
That was pretty good. I do have a lot of questions about that.
It was the
but
best advertising Apple's had in years. Yeah.
You didn't see the stock pop, but in response to a question whether a soft landing, whether it's safe to call that the baseline, he said that he wouldn't call a soft landing the baseline expectation. Yes, it's their primary objective. It's possible, but not the baseline. But then back to Scarlett's point, you take a look at those revised numbers, it kind of looks like they're projecting a soft landing.
But don't read too much into that.
I'm trying not to.
Yeah, I think, though, he wants the market, I guess, to at least have enough sense of urgency that, another hike is going to come, but at the same time, have enough confidence that the economy isn't going to fall off the cliff. It was interesting to see the market reaction, of course. We talk about stocks at one point, just a few minutes ago, we're at session lows, and, of course, you had that 2-year yield, which everyone's going to be talking about, camped out at the highest level since 06.
Yeah, moving up, at least in the aftermath. It came back down a little bit, but still remains higher, 5.135%. That's the highest in a couple years.
Let's walk you through some of the cross-asset price action. Abigail Doolittle standing by. Abigail.
Well, Romaine, this Fed meeting certainly not a snooze fest, and from a cross-asset class standpoint, lots and lots of movement. And I would say that if we were to title the overall meeting higher for longer, take a look at the 2-year yield that you were just talking about. So when the decision came out,
bro, it's quite funny, honestly. Like, I'm just over here in the live chat, like, just chatting it up, and it's quite funny how you see everybody's reaction. I mean, total shit show, we're seeing a little dip in the market. We're gonna go ahead and see how the DXY acts right now. I think the DXY overall, midterm to long term, I think it's gonna hit 108 and above. So do expect the market to get worse. I don't care what the Fed has to say. Honestly, you don't have to be a Fed to understand what is going on clearly with this economy overall, right? It's quite common sense. I usually always say how we always have these dips in the market where the DXY does come down 1 or 2 days and then it pumps, and that's exactly what's happening right now, right? So I do expect to go ahead and see the 106 areas to go ahead and begin very, very shortly. I don't know, maybe in the next coming days. And I do believe midterm to long term, I do believe that we could go ahead and see the DXY hit up towards the levels of the 114 to the 120. So with that being said, I'm quite bearish with Bitcoin overall. I think Bitcoin is going to go ahead and take a hit. We're going to go ahead and see how the market reacts with Bitcoin, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin does go ahead and fall below to the $24,000 to the $21,000 area one more time. I mean, it's quite obvious, right? Unless it just decides to do its own thing, the DXY does dump, but it's kind of common sense what's going on with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does go ahead and come back up to the $27,000 area, 27,087, like around this area right here, I will be shorting that, because the DXY going up is going to go ahead and cause Bitcoin to go ahead and dump. So a good short entry will be probably over here, because we are seeing on the 15-minute chart how the market has been constantly going down. So unless we could go ahead and break that, which honestly, if we do have a reversal, we're probably going to go ahead and enter around this area right here around the green line. And then I do expect Bitcoin dumping down even further to the downside to the 26, and then eventually coming down to the 25, 24. Like I said, I've been quite bearish with Bitcoin overall, and I'm actually quite happy that Bitcoin is finally dumping, because I do believe, in my my opinion, that during this season is when meme coin season does begin. So the question will be, will meme coins go ahead and follow Bitcoin, or will they finally go ahead and do their thing? And we've been talking about how we want Bitcoin to go ahead and dump, because we want Bitcoin dominance to go ahead and decrease in order for meme coin season to begin. So we're going to go ahead and see if that's going to be the case. I mean, Shiba is dumping right now as well with Bitcoin. So we're really going to go ahead and see if it does, doesn't break above this area of support. That is not going to look the best, and it looks like the whole entire crypto market will go ahead and take a hit. I don't know. Honestly, it's not the best to go ahead and be trading during this market. You can either make a good amount of money, or you could go ahead and lose a lot of money because of the volatility. But the volatility is where the money could be made. So always remember that. We're going to go ahead and see how Shiba reacts. But if Shiba does not react pretty well, we could go ahead and this could be the end for Shiba, temporary, and it might be following Bitcoin. So I hope it doesn't do that. I hope that we could go ahead and still capture this trade. I do think that Shiba's going to go up. It was pumping a few minutes ago, so I do think that this might just be a little dip in order for more people to go ahead and push over to the upside. So I'm still quite bullish with Shiba, and I do believe we will be seeing something like this going up because of meme coin season happening, due to the freaking damn Federal Reserve BS going on.
We're prepared to raise rates further if appropriate, and we intend to hold policy at a restrictive level until we're confident that inflation is moving down sustainably toward our objective.
The chairman of the Federal Reserve speaking just a little while ago, a little bit earlier today. Bloomberg opinion columnist Bill Dudley said that there were going to be 5 key things that he was watching in today's Fed forecast, including, will there be another rate hike this year? What's the outlook for unemployment? How low can unemployment go without stoking inflation? And what's the neutral Fed's funds rate? And when will rates start coming down? Now that the forecasts are out, let's bring in Bill Dudley, joining us right now, former New York Fed president, former vice chair as well, and over at Princeton University Senator for Economic Policy Studies. And let's start with the neutral rate, because this seemed to be one part of the press conference where he seemed to struggle a little bit in articulating exactly how they're going to assess when they think they've finally arrived at that rate.
I think the message of the meeting was basically 2 things. Number one, soft landing is more likely, because you can see the unemployment rate only has to rise now to 4.1% to get the job done. Back in June, it had to rise to 4.5%. And number 2, economy stronger than expected, and therefore...
All of you, do you really freaking think the economy is stronger than expected? Ask me, tell me that. Do you really believe that BS? This is nonsense. It's literally a joke at this point that they really believe the economy is stronger than expected.
While policy is probably not as tight as we think it is. So there have been a little bit of an upward movement in people's estimates of the long-term federal funds rate in this summary of economic projections, first in June and again this month. So what basically the Fed is concluding is maybe monetary policy is not quite as tight as we think it is, but they're also very, very happy about how the labor market's unfolding. They basically think a soft landing is more likely, quite a bit more likely. I'm a little surprised by the market reaction. I think the market reaction should be bond yields up because the Fed's going to be tighter for longer. Stock price is sort of mixed. Higher bond yields weighing on stock prices, but more of a chance of a soft landing. That's a good thing for stock prices. So I'm a little confused by the market reaction.
That's interesting. You mentioned the stock market reaction, because one point you make in your column today is that keeping a rate hike in the forecast, you write, has the tactical benefit of restraining markets, which might otherwise decide that we're done and generate an unwanted easing in financial conditions. Bill, you've been in the room before during these discussions. How mindful are policymakers of the market's tendencies to immediately make assumptions off of each clue that's dropped?
The market's always searching for what the Fed's going to do from anything, from the statement, from press conferences, from speeches. So I do think keeping one rate hike in the forecast does sort of, keep the market from running away from the Fed. But as Chair Powell mentioned in his press conference, it probably doesn't really matter that much at the end of the day whether they do that rate hike or not. It's not like the economy is going to turn around dramatically if the Fed does a quarter point more or a quarter point less. I think the way he's trying to explain why they might do another another quarter is to make themselves more confident that they're going to achieve their objective. So let's imagine the data is sort of ambiguous as we go through the next couple of months. So if it's ambiguous and the Fed's not really sure that they're actually going to achieve their objective in a timely way with the current level of rates, you do one more rate hike to try to increase your level of confidence. So at this point, it's not really about, do they have to go another quarter or not? It's really more about would going another quarter make them more confident that they're going to have the outcome that they seek.
And Bill, beyond whether or not they're going to hike one more time or not, I think it was interesting that they actually took a few cuts out of next year's forecast. When you think about the expectations for 2024, what should we read into that? Is that the soft landing perhaps coming into fruition, or should we take that as maybe inflation is going to continue to be a problem here?
Well, they didn't really change the inflation trajectory very much. So I think the way I view taking the rate cuts out is the fact that the economy is just stronger than expected. If the economy has more momentum, I don't need to support the economy as much with rate cuts. So I think that's really the message, because the inflation forecast didn't really change in a meaningful way.
We're in conversation right now with Bill Dudley, Bloomberg opinion columnist, and of course a former chair of the New York Fed. I want to bring into this conversation our very own Michael McKee, our chief international and economics correspondent here at Bloomberg, who actually wants to participate in this conversation. Mike, take it away.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you what I take out of this press conference, and then I want to ask Bill what he thinks, because he's the central banker and he has a much better idea than I do of what they're talking about in the room. But it seems to me that there's a bit of an internal inconsistency in their forecasts, in that they've more than doubled their growth forecast. They significantly lowered their unemployment forecast, and yet inflation is supposed to come down. So are they saying at this point that the stronger growth we've seen is not inflationary? And my takeaway from that would be they're done, but they're leaving that extra rate increase in before the end of the year as an insurance policy. And the same sort of thing holding true for the cuts they took out last year. If the economy were to produce inflation, then they have something in there that they can point to the markets and say, we did this. Bill, is that kind of the way people should take this?
I think that's the way people should take it. I mean, I think it's very interesting that before they had the unemployment rate going up to 4.5%, now the unemployment rate only has to go up to 4.1% to do the job. What that's telling them is they're taking quite a bit of signal of the fact that the labor market seems to be getting to better balance, even without the unemployment rate rising very much. So they're more confident that the labor market can essentially normalize on its own, that the Fed doesn't have to generate as much slack in the labor market to get inflation back down to 2%. So it's and Chair Powell talked about the increase in labor force participation. He talked about the fact that the ratio of unfilled jobs to unemployed workers has come down. So they're taking quite a bit of positive signal about how the labor market is developing.
Well, if the economy develops ambiguously, as you say, over the next couple of months, would you be surprised if they raised rates again?
I think at this point they probably think that they will not have to, but they know that if they're going to move in one direction or the other in the next few months, it's definitely a rate hike, not a rate cut. So I think it's going to depend on how the data unfolds. And as the press conference, there's a lot of discussion in the press conference. There's a lot of shocks hitting the economy right now. Government shutdown, auto workers strike, the beginning of student loan repayments, oil price shock. So I think the Fed may actually have the government data in terms of the economic releases if the government shutdown goes on for any length of time. So I'm going to be very surprised if they hike in November, and then we'll see where we are at the December FOMC meeting.
Yeah, we'll see where we are, and that's something that Powell made extra clear. They're going to proceed carefully, cautiously. Bill Dudley, thank you so much. Bill is Bloomberg opinion columnist, senior advisor to Bloomberg Economics, and of course, the former New York Fed president. And of course, our thanks to Bloomberg's Michael McKee in Washington. Here in New York with us right now to continue the conversation after the Federal Reserve policy setting meeting is Torsten Slok, partner and chief economist at Apollo. It's so good to see you here in studio today. Did Jay Powell come across to you as hawkish or dovish?
Well, I think the clear signal they want to send here is that we need to slow this economy more down. I mean, they could have decided to hike rates today. Obviously, that was not.
Honestly, I'm done with this joke. I don't even need to hear any more of this. Let's go ahead and do our regular routine real quick. It's really unnecessary to go ahead and listen to them go ahead and say some BS, man, honestly. Nobody has time for that. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. We're going to go ahead and see where things are going right now. Hold on. Oops, I apologize for that. Didn't mean to do that. Hopefully that's not too loud. Go ahead and smash that like button for me, everyone. Come on, let's go ahead and get some good vibes in here. Forget all that FOMC stuff. Honestly, like, it doesn't surprise me. It shouldn't surprise you at all whatsoever. You know, it is what it is. It's honestly at a joke at this point. I mean, we're seeing the DXY pump as we predicted and as we thought it was going to happen. So just brace yourself, honestly. Just buy the dips. That's really all I got to say. I'm not financial advice, but I would just go ahead and say, you know, continue to go ahead and buy the dips on the cryptocurrencies that you truly do believe in. The economy is going to get worse globally overall, so be aware of that, and don't be surprised with what is coming around the corner. It's not going to look too good. I'm not going to be here to sugarcoat anything, but you know, it's not looking good overall. The fact that they really want us to go ahead and believe that the economy is doing well globally, it's a freaking joke. Like for reals, like really, like they really think that we're that dumb to go ahead and believe that. Hey, what's up, Tim? How's it going, man? Hope you're having a great day, bro. Just got done with the FOMC meeting. A lot of BS. What did you think about it, man? I mean, we saw Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's going to take a hit, in my opinion. I don't know. I think Bitcoin might go ahead and take a hit. I think meme coins are going to be pumping. As we see right now, let's see what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin hasn't really been doing much action, honestly, the last couple of minutes and the last couple of hours leading all the way up to the FOMC meeting. We did slowly see Bitcoin do a little pump, but we didn't do any major activity. 2650. Bitcoin's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. We could go ahead and see this even on the 30-minute chart that we've been going and making lower lows. So we're going to go ahead and see where things go. I mean, we did break a very strong area of support. So I do think that Bitcoin could potentially go ahead and hit 27,170 or even maybe 27,200, somewhere around this area right here. And it's going to go ahead and pump, and then it's going to go low. And then it's going to go down to 26,700. Then we're going to go ahead and have another pump at 26,700, 26,999, and we're going to keep on going, staircasing all the way down until I think $24,000. I think that's what's going to happen. I could be wrong, but the DXY is clearly doing what we all believed was going to happen. But the good news about that is that if you are not trading Bitcoin, or you're not like a Bitcoin maxi, you're definitely going to go ahead and enjoy what's going to be coming during this October. I believe meme coin season will go ahead and start. So I'm crossing my fingers. It looks like the meme coin sector right now, it's not doing too well. It looks like a lot of people are panicking, but we do have Pepe 2.0 slightly pumping today, which is quite interesting. I wonder what's going on there. So we do still have some volume, about 100,000 of volume, which is not too bad considering the project is almost nearly dead. And it has about a 9.3% pump as of today of the recording of this video, and we have about 11,570. So honestly, we're not doing that bad. It seems like a lot of people are at this point, you know, either down a lot and they're like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and hold my bag. Because if you actually go ahead and compare it with Dork Lord had a little bit over 8,000 holders, and ever since that, like, it's just been losing holders back to back. So we're gonna go ahead and see how Dork Lord does. I don't know. I'm even considering of selling my back on Dork Lord. I'm gonna do some TA right now, real quick. See if it's even just worth taking an L on. I think Dork Lord is dead. Honestly, at this point, I think Dork Lord is dead. They had some kind of event going up. What's up, OG? How's it going, man? How's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful day today. What did you think about the FOMC meeting, man? Do you think? Are you surprised? Are you impressed? What are your thoughts? Go ahead and comment down below. But yeah, that thing was BS, man. By the way, is this a good time for me to go live, or do you guys want me to go live a little bit earlier, a little bit later? Go ahead and comment down below. Let me know, what do you prefer? Do you want me to go live during this time, earlier, 30 minutes earlier, an hour earlier, 2 hours earlier, or do you want me to go live 2 hours later? Go ahead and comment down below and let me know So yeah, with Dork Lord, I was talking about this one. Let's see what they have going on. So the next draw would be Wednesday, the 20th at 10 p.m. EST, which is going to be in a couple hours. We're going to go ahead and see what goes on in there. If it's pumping, I'm obviously going to go ahead and live stream again, but I really doubt anything's going to happen. Send 10K Dork to Dork Lottery. Now 5 winners split 50% of the pot, and the 50% of tokens will go ahead and get burned. So we're going to go ahead and check how much people have actually donated or have played a lottery. So let's go ahead and check Etherscan real quick. I hope all of you are having a good day today. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how much they actually have in there. They have about 340,000 Dork Lord sent. That's interesting. I wonder where they're selling all of this to. Is this the actual address? Let's go ahead and check the address. We're going to go ahead and see how much they actually do have collected, but I don't think they have that much. They have about... Let's see how much they have. I think they have about... Is this 340,000? 340,000 Dork Lord. So I wonder how much that is. Let's go ahead and check on CoinMarketCap. We're going to go ahead and head over to CoinMarketCap. Click right here on search, Dork Lord. I think it might be this one. And we're going to go ahead and go down right here where it says the converter. And we're going to go ahead and type in the converter. So it's only worth about $549. Comment down below. What do you think? Do you think Dork Lord is officially dead? I mean, it looks like it is probably going to be... Today's the end of the day, man. Today's the last day for this lottery thing to go. Send 10K lore to dorky lottery.eth, and just a lot of people are not participating, man. I think this is hey, this guy commented it's dead, we'll never go back. Lost my money. Good luck to all those who invest. Honestly, I think it's dead too, bro. At this point, I think it's dead. I think Dork Lord is done, in my opinion. I don't know. I might just go ahead and take the L. I put in $300, and I'm at $100. I think. Honestly, I think I might just take the L and just recover the $100, because if that's all they went ahead and took from the lottery thing, dude, $500. Like, come on. Over 24,000 followers, and they only were able to get $500 from the lottery. That is that's not good, man. That is not good. Let's see what my portfolio is worth right now. It might be the buy the rumor, sell the news, so it might slightly pump a little bit. I'm checking right now what my portfolio would be worth on this position. $109 for Dork L. I don't know. I might just take the L, honestly. I might just take the L and move forward and move on. And I don't know. We'll go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and read the comments real quick. OG says, I think it'll be rough, but once all the smoke clears, we'll probably start seeing some pumps around October and November, in my opinion. I believe so too, man. I'm doing good. Did a little gambling last night. Got a friend's $35 up to 11,000 in profits. Damn, man. What were you gambling? We were gambling some crypto on stake.us. I gotta create a stake account, man. I want to do it, but I don't want to get into gambling, man. I feel like what we're already trading in shit coins is already kind of a lottery thing, but on stake. How did you turn $35 all the way up to 11,000, man? I hope you're saying 3,500 all the way up to 11,000, because man, if you're turning $35 into 11,000 in profits from gambling, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I gotta go ahead and start doing that. I gotta go ahead and create a stake account too. The stake, does stake require KYC, by the way? I wish I was able to stream gambling, honestly. If I could, I would. I could probably do it on Kick though. I'm assuming it probably is KYC. They have slot games, table games. I'll be pretty down to play some blackjack, to be honest. I'm pretty good, but I don't know how this thing plays. Edge 0.40. Yeah, man, I want to play, but I don't want to get into it. Man, they got some pretty good sponsors too. The UFC, Alfa Romeo, Drake. Man, yeah, they're making bank. It's already gambling. Is LOL's typo? It was $35 into $1,100. Okay. Even then, man, that's a pretty good for gambling. $35. I thought you said 11,000. I was like, dude, there's no way. I have to go ahead and jump on that myself. We were playing Crash and Roulette. I've never played Stake, man. Can you believe that? I don't know why, but the only thing I gamble is meme coins and some stupid trades. Like I did some small little trades yesterday. I ended up making some little profits, but I ended up losing it all and giving it back to the market. I did right here was tip. I was trading tip. I did some good trades, but then I lost $55 in there, and then I closed this other position at 16, and then closed this other one at $49. I was up at like probably $150 or almost $200 last night. And I pretty much gave it all back to the market. So right now my account's back at 273 with the Shiba play. So I'm slightly getting my account. This is kind of like my gambling, I guess, if you want to call it. Because like literally the Shiba is not. Okay, the Shiba is like, I've been patient about it. But like tip, I'm not sure if any of you guys were longing or shorting tip or trading it whatsoever. But dude, this thing was wild. Like look at this. Oh my gosh, I would have been up so much freaking money right now, man. But that thing was so volatile, like super, super volatile. I was having so much fun. Like, look, I entered from over here. I bought in right here, literally as soon as it came out. Ended up selling right here, and then ended up taking some profits here. Then ended up shorting and then making money from the top to the bottom. And I made about $200 right there alone. And then I ended up getting stopped out because I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead because I was actually shorting this market right here again. Actually, no, I was longing this market right here. And I guess I ended up getting stopped out around this area right here. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not even going to go ahead and do this anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and take my L. And I took my L and I just called it a day. But it looks like I would have made some decent amount of money if I would have just kept on holding on to that thing. Honestly, this one for me was like such a big gamble. but I kind of realized like what you got to do. So like when they get listed on MEXC, the first thing you want to do, what I've noticed, is start longing for a couple like minutes, maybe like a couple minutes, and then just begin shorting after you see the market switch really, really crazy. So it seems like that's the best way to make money when you're leverage trading on MEXC, is when you see these new meme tokens come out with leverage and just long them as soon as they come out, and then just begin to short them as soon as you see the market dump. And you can make lots of money both ways. You know, I made $200, which is not that much money, but I made $200 literally within a couple, literally probably like less than 30 minutes. And it was actually quite fun. Like, it's the most fun I had in crypto in a while. Like, just looking at the chart, just bouncing back and forth. It was pretty fun. So I consider that gambling, you know? We're gonna try to get it up into the thousands tonight. Yeah, I lost 140, but I still got 80 in. That's nice, man. Yeah, man. Leverage trading is always exciting. Can't wait to learn. I thought you did leverage trading, bro. You don't do leverage trading? I could have sworn I thought you did leverage trading. Like right now, I'm leverage trading. I'm doing Shiba right now, but only on 21x because I don't want to go ahead and over risk myself right now, you know. So like right now, I'm a little bit in profit. It's about $57, which is not too much, you know. It's not life-changing money, but the goal is to go ahead and become a better trader, right? Not make too many stupid decisions when I'm going to go ahead and upload my account. So I am actually going to go ahead and fund my account a little bit more. I want to get it into maybe 1,000 to 3,000. I've noticed that's really a good amount to go ahead and leverage trade with, because if you're leverage trading with like $2,000 to $3,000, imagine if my $219 right now in Shiba with the 20x, or technically like if I was trading with $4,000, imagine the power of me doing that with a with around 2,000 to 3,000, and then leverage trading that with a 21x. That's insane, right? I think that'd be like what? I don't. Let's go ahead and do the math. If I was trading a $3,000 account with 21x leverage, that's if I was trading with $63,000, man. So imagine like trading with $63,000, a meme coin or something like that, or even Bitcoin or something decent, and it makes like 1% or 2% pump. Like it's gonna be some nice little returns. Nothing crazy, you know, nothing crazy, but it'd be some nice little returns where you could go ahead and make a quick little buck. For me, I enjoy this. You know what I mean? I was talking to my buddy about my thought process on making and losing money. If you're interested in hearing it, a difference of psychology. Yeah, man, 100%. How would I hear it? How can I hop into this? I definitely would be interested, bro. How can I get a hold of you? Would it be like Twitter? How would we do this, man? I would definitely like to go ahead and hear that. I mean, you're a very knowledgeable person, bro. So like ideally, I would like to go ahead and hop on stream with you and do something. But if not, like I would definitely be down to go ahead and set up a talk, maybe like on Twitter Spaces or something. I definitely do want to go ahead and hear out what you have to say. Because like for example, like right now that I'm trading like with the Shiba play, like I'm pretty confident with my play, like super confident that I'm able to go to sleep pretty well. Because I know that I have a stop loss, and if I lose money, it's not going to be much. It's going to be $70. But based on like what I've been testing my strategy with on leverage trading, because leverage trading is all psychology, man. It's really a lot psychology and knowing like where people will get liquidated. And so far I've been testing this and I haven't lost that much money. Like I started the account with $300. Yeah, yesterday I ended up making that yesterday when I stopped streaming, I think my account was at $240, and then I ended up turning that 240, or it might have made it a little bit less. Let's just say 240. I turned that into 395, if I'm not mistaken. 395, and then I pretty much gave it all back to the market, and I was at 217 last night. Or yesterday, whatever the day was, and right now I am at 284. So I'm very close to breaking even back onto my trade. But the nice thing too is that I actually added more to my position. So I only had a small little position. I had about probably like 100 or only $40 into Shiba, and I ended up adding more to my position. So do you see how I'm pretty much leverage trading everything that I have? $219, which I normally wouldn't do. You know, I normally would have some money on the side to go ahead and trade multiple assets, but I was trading Solana and I just didn't like what Solana was doing. So I ended up just taking a $10 L on that. But yeah, right now I've just been kind of testing my strategy to see like if I could go ahead and finally understand how leverage trading is, because it's not so much like you just place a trade and that's it. You also have to remember like the fact that you're dealing with other people that have more money than you and are able to go ahead and shake up the market a lot quicker than you. So I'm thinking of probably just taking an L on Dork Lord and probably adding that $100 into probably stake or probably back into my MEXC account. But yeah, that'd be quite interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, this I think Shiba's gonna pump, and I think meme coin season is about to pump back up as well. So OG says basically whenever people lose their money, they always focus on the past and trying to get their money back, aka old money. Whereas I see it as old money, it's dead, it's gone, move on to the future. New money, it's still alive now. Yeah, dude, 100%. I agree with you. Like personally, like back, like probably like a while back, I would like super revenge trade. And I would go ahead and try to make my money back. Kind of like yesterday, I got a little too greedy, but I've also I was having fun with the volatility. So I understood my risk to reward, and I kind of put myself in a situation where, like, see, right now I'm at $72. So I'm about to almost clear $100. My goal is to go ahead and clear $100 on Shiba, if not like 150. Just to go ahead and get my account back to break even. Right now, currently, I'm at 293. So my play is working out pretty well, right? So we could definitely go ahead and say that my back testing on my trades are actually working. So I always recommend if you're leverage trading, actually use real money. I know as crazy as it sounds, I think it's better for you to lose the money to understand the pain that it comes with it. Because if you don't understand the psychology of money, and you're paper trading with fake money and you're making all these trades, when it comes to real money, you're going to be panicking a lot and you're not going to know how to react. So I think as soon as you go ahead and realize that like just like OG says, you just have to move on, bro. If you lose the money, move on, take your L, and move forward and focus on what you have right now, which is like the active income, right? Hey, Black Ranger, how's it going, bro? Haven't seen you in a while, man. Hey, brother, I don't get notifications when you're going live for some reason. Hey, Ranger, I figured, bro. I've been having that issue too. I've noticed that. I don't know why I'm having that issue with YouTube. I've noticed that too as well, because I am subscribed to my own channel on another YouTube account to go ahead and see if there's notifications that go missing. And there's one time I posted a video literally a week after I got the notification that said Altcoin John has posted this video. So yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. YouTube has been playing some games with me, but go ahead and make sure to tune in around this time. I usually go live during this time. I've been out of the market, honestly. I haven't been doing my regular, typical kind of uploads because I have been sick. I was out for 2 weeks. Then I had some personal things to deal with, and honestly, this month has been quite interesting to go ahead and say the least. But I actually do go live during this time. So if you're available to go ahead and hop on, I'm hopping in Monday through Friday, usually around this time. And then Sundays, I'm hopping in around this time as well. So yeah, we're trying to get the channel back up and running, man. Like literally, the channel has decreased a lot. And I'm assuming it's because a lot of people are not getting notifications. So definitely go ahead and just tune in around this time. That's what I could go ahead and tell you. And then usually for these videos that I upload, you could always go ahead and catch them at like around 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but I'm going to go ahead and switch that because this video didn't do too well. I'm only at 8 views in 4 hours, man. Like, how does that make any sense? Like, you see what my average views are per video, you know what I mean? Like 8 views per, like, in 4 hours. Like, there's something going on with my YouTube. YouTube's not pushing my content and hasn't been pushing my content as of lately. It's probably because of some things that I've been talking about. I've been talking about the scandemic and how this is all BS. So like I have to watch out with what I talk about, and I have to remember that I'm in a public platform that does tend to, limit people. But like, look, right now live, there's 6 people, there's 6 of you watching, and you're telling me that with all the subs that I have, only 8 views have watched my video. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So I know there's a lot of things going on right now with YouTube, but it's fine, man. We can't go ahead and complain about that. We just have to go ahead and like get back up on our feet, push forward. September hasn't been that good of a month, to be honest. It's been quite of an interesting month for me, but the good thing is that I could go ahead and say that I'm going full throttle starting October. So I'm literally, comment down below what kind of ideas you have for the channel. I'm trying out a lot of new things, right? I'm open to a lot of things. Maybe we can do stake on YouTube, but maybe we could do that on Discord. Maybe we could go ahead and hop on like Discord once a week and go ahead and hop on that live. But talking about Discord, by the way, guys, I do want to go ahead and mention that currently I am creating my Discord channel as of right now, and this is actually the channel right here. It's actually called the Decentralized Titans. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be offering a free version, which is a Ruby version, probably as time goes on, maybe in like 6 months, maybe in a year, as the channel grows. We are going to go ahead and I am going to go ahead and charge for the Ruby, but as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and make that for free. Then we're going to have the Diamond and then the Onyx. And then right now I'm working on all the courses to go ahead and show all of you, because I want to go ahead and really start pushing this content stuff to the next level. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure I could go ahead and provide you as much value as possible. So go ahead and continue watching. If you're watching right now, if you're listening, go ahead and go on your phone or your computer to see what I'm working on right now at the moment. And you can go ahead and see. So the community that I'm working on right now is going to be called the Decentralized Titans. Comment down below another name that you have. I think the Decentralized Titans sounds pretty cool, because we're going to be talking about everything DeFi, whether it's futures trading, you know, how to find meme coins, altcoins, how to do all of this trading stuff. And you're actually able to see what I'm actually offering. So right now for Ruby, my goal is to go ahead and do that for free. Like I said, I want a lot of people to go ahead and learn new things. So what I'm going to be providing on the Ruby, because my goal is to see how much value I could go ahead and provide you, right? I think if you could go ahead and provide value to someone, I think that's the most important thing when it comes to being a content creator, in my opinion. So what I'm going to be doing on the Ruby, I'm actually going to be working on some online courses. What I would go ahead and create, how to go ahead and leverage trade on MEXC, how to set up your MetaMask, because I know a lot of you watch my videos and don't know how to set up a MetaMask or how to use, you know, 1inch or any of that. So that's going to be like a full-on DeFi course for all of you that I'm going to be doing for free. You're going to have Discord access to my group, like I mentioned. And I'm going to go ahead and add on to courses as the time goes on. And then for the Diamond course, it's $39 a month. I'm going to be including a VIP chat, which you're going to be able to connect with other like-minded individuals. We're going to go ahead and do like a real-time text alerts. So like, let's say if I'm entering a position on Shiba or Pepe, or I find a new shitcoin, or I'm entering Bitcoin at this price, you're going to go ahead and get a text alert straight to your phone. I'm going to go ahead and make a course on how to find meme coins early, hot altcoins, how to spot trend market trends, the advanced trading course, how to master DEX tools, and how to unlock using how to master Telegram trading bots. I was reading this and thinking at the same time. So that's going to be the Diamond Axes. And then for the Onyx, I'm working on that right now. But what I could tell you that for the Onyx, I'm going to go ahead and, for $69 a month, I'm going to go ahead and have one-on-one sessions where you could go ahead and call me once a month. And you can just go ahead and give me a call, whether it's video chat, whatever the case is, and you can have a one-on-one call with me on Discord. You know, it could be whatever you want, whether it's crypto, whether it's something else. We could go ahead and have that one-on-one conversation. My goal is to go ahead and bring value to you guys as much as possible. And honestly, these prices that I'm charging are very, very low to what the market is asking. Like there's other groups that are charging $300 a month, literally $200 a month. And my goal is like, how can I go ahead and provide you as much value without having to spend too much money and having to invest too much on any of that. So yeah, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what's going on right now with our trade as well. Let me go ahead and read the comments. Exactly, got to turn woulda, shoulda, coulda into should do and are doing. 100%, man. Glad you're still rocking, bro. I appreciate you, man. Congrats on the profits. Never done the crypto gambling. Have to check it out. I got wrecked on memes this week. Lost about 1,000. My win streak is over. Yeah, man. Tim, I feel you, bro. I'm the same too, man. I'm exactly the same too, bro. I've taken a lot of L's in the last couple months, and right now that's why I'm swing trading, you know, because swing trading, dude, and this is the reason why I like swing trading, right? Whether the market's going up, whether the market's going down, I said up and down the opposite ways, right? Whether the market's going up, whether the market's going down, you can still make money both ways. And that's what I like about swing trading. Like right now, like a lot of stuff is dumping. I think Bitcoin was dumping last time I checked. I don't know how it's doing now. It's kind of having this small little reversal, but look, I'm about $71 in profit, and it's live. You guys are watching. It's like literally when I started the stream. Dude, I don't know why I'm like feeling itchy all over my hair. literally when I started the stream, I was at $10 profit. So since I started the stream, you saw how I'm currently right now at $71. Obviously, it's not profit until I go ahead and close my position, but I'm going to be holding on to this for a while. I think I'm going to go ahead and take profits around $100. If I could go ahead and turn that to $100, that's going to be a nice little trade right there for me. But comment down below what you guys think about what I'm going to be offering to the community on those paid courses. Like I said, I am going to be offering the free versions as well for all of those that want to go ahead and test it out. Like I said, like, look, comment down below as well the kind of stuff you would want to go ahead and see in the channel. So look, this is the platform that I'm using, and if you go ahead and head over to trading, look at what these people are charging. $200 a month. You have this other group right here charging $225 a month, $1,200 for 6 months. We have this other group right here. What is this? I don't know what this is. $30 a week, which is not too bad, but if you do the math, it's pretty expensive. $100 a month, and you see that all these other trading groups or communities are charging over $100 and something a month, $175. It's like $200 and plus. So this is where I'm going to go ahead and put my community, where I'm going to go ahead and be putting, like, I guess my paid version of the community, and as well going to be offering the free one. And so this is pretty much like what I'm competing with, the $200 a month. And I want to go ahead and make it reasonable for people who do really want to go ahead and learn, right? Because I think, honestly, I'm okay. I don't want to charge $200 a month. That's what I want to say. Maybe once the channel gets super big, where I'm like very busy, obviously to those that get in early, I'll keep the same price. But just to go ahead and make it a little bit more exclusive and a little bit harder barrier to enter, then maybe I'll go ahead and enter, make it a higher price. But I think that's a good price. I think what I'm offering, it's a really really good price for the kind of value that I will be bringing to the table. And obviously I'm always open for discussions. $39 a month. Like, if you get one text alert from a successful trade, that would pay up the whole entire year's worth of this for $39 a month. For the Onyx, $69.97. You get to go ahead and have monthly one-on-one calls with me, coaching calls. So I don't know. I think that's good. I'm probably pricing it a little bit too low, to be honest. What kind of crypto reviews do you want me to do, bro? Grab yourself a $30 bag of high score, bro, on BSC 7K market cap. Let me go ahead and check it. High score. $100 is a solid point to sell. The Discord sounds cool. The courses would be good for some people. Yeah, man, $100 sounds pretty good, but I think it might be a little too high. I just want to go ahead and have as many people to go ahead and take advantage of what I'm offering, because the channel is not the biggest right now. So my goal is, like, when a channel gets bigger, obviously go ahead and raise the prices, because it's going to get a little bit harder to do one-on-one phone calls with everyone that does join, You should say high score or high school? High score. Yeah, dude. So, like, for $69, I think you can't go wrong. Is it this one? Looks like I just got liquidity pulled, no? Hey, Tim, is this the one? Is this it? Yeah, $100 is not too bad, but I think $69 is good. I think $39 for a private Discord, and then $69 for another private Discord, including courses. Like, these are all courses. How to leverage trade, how to do all that. These are all courses included. And I'm going to be including courses for the Ruby, which is a free access as well. So I think I might actually be going live this week. So I'm going to be working on this, finishing this up. Probably not the paid versions will not go live this week, but I will go ahead and make sure the Ruby goes live. So definitely go ahead and make sure to sign up for the Ruby so you can go ahead and get access to the free content. And I will go ahead and continue to upload that. So like I said, one-on-one sessions, private live streams, daily trading setups, mentoring and support, and exclusive giveaways. So that's I want to do that private Discord that way, so we could go ahead and talk about things that I really can't talk about on YouTube, unfortunately. And maybe we could go ahead and use, you know, stake. Maybe we could go ahead and do some gambling sites once a week all together. You know, that'd be pretty fun. I was saying $100 into cash out on your current trade was good. Oh yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, I think $100 on that trade for what is it, Shiba? It's going to be a pretty good trade. So hopefully this one plays out pretty well. We're going to go ahead and see where things go for this. Hey, by the way, is this a good time for all of you? When I go live around this time, go ahead and let me know. Is it a good time for you, OG? Yes, contract renounced and sitting at 5.5K right now. Thanks for looking, bro. Yes, contract renounced, sitting at 5.5K. Dude, I don't know why my head's itchy. Like, literally, like, I don't know why. I feel like something's crawling on my head. What is it called? It was high score. Let me go ahead and look at high score one more time. Maybe I missed something, man. High score. Like, straight up, bro. Like, I have, like, some crazy itch. Like, I don't know why. Contract is renounced. So, let's go ahead and look at the smart contract. I think it's like dust, man. I've been thinking that lately. Like, I feel like I get some like really bad dust in my room when I turn on the fan, and then I just start getting like allergies and shit. Like, straight up. I did have some ants yesterday, and I had them all crawling all over me, and that's what it feels like right now. I feel like I have ants all over me, crawling all over my head, man. Straight up. Yeah, I just vibe most of the time at home watching the markets. You might have dandruff or lice, or it could be a reaction to some hair products. It probably is a hair products, bro. I definitely don't have lice. I definitely don't have lice because I bleached my hair when I got my hair done. But like literally, like right now, like my head is just like, it's itchy. It's not like itchy. It just feels like things are crawling all over me, bro. Same with like my body right now. Probably because I drank a little bit too much caffeine and I'm kind of geeking up. It could be allergies, 100%, bro. But like straight up, like I just feel like ants or something like that crawling all over me. Hey, OG, so what were you talking about the psychology things, by the way? Was that about it that you were going to tell us? Is this a good time to go live, man, by the way? Because right now it's 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for all those that are in the U.S., but I know most of you are probably Eastern Standard Time. Comment down below what else we should go ahead and do. I think I'm pretty much done with everything that I need to go ahead and talk about. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and see where this trade goes. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin dominance real quick, because I think meme coin season might go ahead and start if Bitcoin does continue to go ahead and lose interest. But I'm going to be keeping my eyes on Bitcoin very, very tightly at this area specifically, because I might go ahead and enter a short if I take my profits from, what is it called? Shiba. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Doric, because I might just go ahead and take an L on Doric and just move forward, man. Because I think this project is dead. Like 100% Doric is dead, bro. There's no way this thing's going to come back to life. This is a 30-minute chart. I think I actually might go ahead and trend back up, man. At least on the 30-minute chart. We could probably see Dark Lord hit the 0.19 area, which is not too bad. It is a nice little 21% pump. So I'm not sure if I should go ahead and just take the L right now, but it does look like we are reversing to the upside. That's interesting. The 1 hourly looks pretty good too. I don't know. I might just go ahead and wait. Probably sell by the end of this week for Dark Lord. I think Dark Lord is dead, man. Honestly, that's kind of the reason why I want to get rid of it, because I'd rather take my $100 right now than like lose my $100. And with the $100, I could at least go ahead and leverage trade that on MEXC, which my $100 then turns to pretty much, what is that, 2,100? Let me go ahead and calculate that real quick. I think it might be, if I do $100 with 21x leverage, that's about, yeah, 2100. So it might be worth pulling out my $100 from Dork Lord, taking the $300, because I put in $300, so I took a $200 loss. I go ahead and clear out $100. Now I have $100 to my name, and I turn that $100 into $2,100 by depositing it into MEXC. Go ahead and make sure to support the channel. MEXC link down below, 9,100 in sign-up bonuses. You do need to go ahead and follow these rules to go ahead and get those bonuses, by the way. I do want to go ahead and mention that. But I do think that if I do that, now I have pretty much leverage to $2,100, which I didn't have before. And then I could go ahead and leverage trade this on MEXC. Sounds like a pretty good idea. Good time for me. It is lunchtime out in California. Works perfect. Hey, where are you from, bro? Are you in LA? Yeah, I'll probably go ahead and start going live around this time, man. Does 12 Pacific Standard Time work better, or 1 work best for you? I'm assuming a lot of people don't get notifications either on my channel anymore. That's why I feel like the live has been kind of dead. Like the lives have been dead for some reason. I've been trying to go ahead and like get the lives up and running, but with the market, no one really cares about crypto. Unfortunately, no one really cares about crypto when the market is dead. I want to go ahead and degen into some place. You know what I've been looking at? I've been looking at shorting Pepe, original Pepe. I'm bullish on Pepe long term, but short term, I think like short to mid term, I'm pretty bearish on Pepe. So I'm actually going to go ahead and look into this. I might go ahead and short this, honestly. I might go ahead and short this. It's not looking good. It's not looking good in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I do think that this is going to be the top for Pepe temporarily, and then we're going to go ahead and dump down even further. So this is OG Pepe, by the way, that I want to go ahead and short. I want to go ahead and short OG Pepe all the way down. Oh, this is Pepe. I think it's this one right here. It's OG Pepe. There you go. I was looking at the wrong Pepe. So yeah, I think Pepe is gonna go ahead and dump, dude. Yeah, look at this 4 hour. I don't think this thing's gonna pump at all. I think this thing's done with short term, and I think Pepe original is gonna go ahead and dump down another, at least another 31%. That'd be a pretty nice trade. Shorting original Pepe all the way down, then buying a dip before meme coin season starts. I think Pepe original is going to be here for the long term. I know a lot of you don't believe that, but I really truly believe that Pepe original is here for the long term. Yeah, I was just saying what I said to my friend before, turning the $35 into $1,100. My strats work for us. Well, what's up, bro? I want to go ahead and do that too. And we ended up with a 32x on a $35 investment by the end of the night because of the played for new growth money and the return versus chasing old that's dead and losing, chasing the past philosophy strategy. Damn, bro, you have a lot of knowledge, bro. I want to ask you, OG, so like when you're playing stake, do you do this like once a week? Do you do this like every day? Like how do you go about it? You know what I mean? Because I've never really been like a kind of person that enjoys gambling to that level. I guess besides meme coins, because that's a gambled, and the trades that I was doing yesterday were 100% a gambled, and I didn't make money, and I gave it all back to the house. But like, how do you go ahead and do this? Like, do you go ahead and like sit down and think, you know what, today I'm gonna go ahead and gamble? Or do you do that like once a weekend, or like is it just to go ahead and have fun? I've always want to go ahead, like I want to get into like gambling online, but at the same time I don't because I feel like I'm probably going to lose a lot of money if I do it every day. And that's why I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, I have to probably build up a discipline just like I did with, or I am right now with trading, where it's only once a week type of thing, you know? I got to be down to play blackjack. I'm pretty good at blackjack. I'm probably going to go ahead and create an account with Stake. By the way, do they do KYC? Does Stake require KYC? Not that I have a problem with KYC, just that it's like I don't want to go through the hassle of like this process may seem invisible, but it's crucial part of safeguarding users and against fraud and illegal activities. remain secure and illegal to requirements of KYC is part of their commitment. Philosophy changes the mindset and perspective of the current moment and affecting the outcome of a person's decisions on what strats to choose from. I just started on a few days ago, literally. KYC, yes, Steph. So it does require KYC. With a VPN or without a VPN? Not that it matters, you know what I mean? Like, I would suggest all of you to obviously go ahead and follow every freaking rule that wherever country you live in or state, but I'm just asking for educational purposes only, you know? I'm heading back to work. Hope all of you have an awesome rest of your day. Hey, you too, Tim. Hope you have a wonderful day, bro. Enjoy your time, and hopefully I can go ahead and catch you on tomorrow's live stream. So go ahead and make sure to smash that like button for me, bro, before you leave. But have a good one, bro. Take care. Take care, bro. All right, go ahead and comment down below anything else you want me to go ahead and do. I'm probably going to go ahead and look into creating a stake account. I probably won't be able to go ahead and do this live, to be honest, but I would definitely like to go ahead and do this on the Discord. So we could probably go ahead and do that. We could have like gambling nights once a week on Discord. I think that'd be pretty cool. So what can we do? I'm gonna go ahead and create a new channel where it's like live streaming stake or something like that, where we could go ahead and do that. So it says, not sure about stake. You might not need KYC, but definitely need a VPN. But stake US definitely needs a KYC. All right, so you guys heard that. Educational purposes only, but I think we should definitely go ahead and do that. Comment down below, what do you guys think if we could go ahead and host like weekly streams and do like maybe some casino nights or something like that on Discord all together? That'd be pretty cool, right? So hopefully all of you enjoyed this video today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully this trade does go pretty well. We're gonna go ahead and see where the things go. I do think that I am gonna go ahead and take profits on Shiba at the 7.5 area. Right now, currently at $63 in profit with a total equity of 282. I might just go ahead and take that L on Dork Lord. I'm going to go ahead and see where things go with Dork Lord and see where things go moving forward. But honestly, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take that L and just move forward. I think this thing's 100% dead, bro. Like, I'm sorry to say, but I think this thing's for sure dead. I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at it very carefully in the next coming hours, because I do think it's probably going to trade up. I have a little bit of hope on this, just a little, but we're gonna go ahead and see where things go. Yeah, so I hope all of you enjoy this video. What's up, Ryan? How's it going, bro? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're doing better, man. Hope you're doing better. Yeah, but not much is going on now, so we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and keep up with all of this, and I'll catch up with all of you next week. Comment down below. We should go ahead and do like casino nights or something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. We'll do casino nights every once a week on Discord on stake. That'll be pretty cool. We could go ahead and do something like this. I think it's going to be a good time to go ahead and, you know, get to know each other a little bit more, have more of that community bound all together. But I think that'd be a good time to go ahead and do all together, you know, gamble just a little bit. And we obviously do a little bit of live trading too, as well, as you all suggested me to go ahead and do. Smash that like button for me. Really do appreciate it, especially during these times of the market. Like, my channel has taken a massive hit. So you smashing the like button really does mean a lot. I mean, look at this video. I posted it 4 hours ago, 8 views. Like, come on, man. I don't know what's going on with my channel. Seems like my channel is not being pushed as often anymore as it used to. I don't know what's going on. But I hope all of you enjoyed this video today. If you have any more comments or questions, go ahead and comment down below. Before I do go ahead and end the stream, I'm going to go ahead and give it a minute or two, and I'm going to go ahead and look at some charts. In the meantime, market's doing kind of decent. It's not doing too bad. Yeah, so comment any more questions down below that you have. If not, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream in about 1 minute. Make sure to go ahead and support the channel by using my MEXC link down below. And as well, go ahead and make sure to grab yourself some Dubby. Use code Pepe2 on checkout to go ahead and get 10% off. It does support the channel to get more caffeine up and running, man. Just look into it. Yeah, I'm going to look into it, man. I'm going to look into it after the stream. I'm going to go ahead and look into stake. Hey, by the way, join my Discord channel, guys. I want all of you guys to go ahead and join my Discord channel. Here, let's go ahead and do a pre-launch live right now. I think this is the way you copy a link, right? Let's go ahead and see. Hopefully I could copy the link, can I? Okay, let's see. I don't know if that thing works. Does that work? Hey, click that link. Let me know if that thing works. If not, I'm going to have to go ahead and invite you directly to the channel. Invite people. I think it might be this way. Let me go ahead and check on the link that I posted to see if that works. Go ahead and join my Discord, the free one. It's free right now. So let's go ahead and see. Man, this week went by pretty quick, honestly. Let's see. Discord.com/channels. Let me double check if this is a link that I posted, the correct one. Honestly, I don't know. Let me know if that's the correct link, guys, by the way. Let me go ahead and take it off, actually, because I'm not too sure. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this link. Replaced. Snap. I'm going to go ahead and erase that. I can't speak today, man. Okay, there you go. Replacement message. Alright, go ahead and join my Discord. It's free right now, like I said. Go ahead and join that. I'm gonna go ahead and create and work on this a little bit today, right after this. So definitely go ahead and make sure to join the Discord. We're gonna have lots of fun doing this. So go ahead and make sure to join the channel. And I'll go ahead and catch everyone on to the next stream. Hope all of you have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Have a great day at work. Have a great night sleeping. Smash that like button for me, and I'll go ahead and catch everyone tomorrow.